Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. It's episode 61 of the Millie Goats, the very first week of NFL football. It is September 6th, 2023. Happy National Read a Book Day. Dylon, have you read any books lately?
No. I've been listening to some books.
Oh, you've been reading books on tape?
Reading books on tape.
Okay. You been checking the tape?
Yeah. It's all controversial stuff, though. The Real Anthony Fauci by Mr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You should check into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow or another, it sold millions and millions of copies, but never made a public bestsellers list for some reason.
Yeah.
Interesting. It is. It's not for the faint of heart, though. There are some disturbing things. So, yeah.
Give me with your best shot. Shout out Maru, episode 61, baby. Let's go. And if you're listening on Thursday, it's National Beer Lovers Day. So what a great pair for the return of football. When you say, do you think they did that on purpose?
It cannot be a coincidence that, the first Thursday night game is on National Beer Lovers Day.
Sometimes things just make you turn your head a little bit sideways like a nice little good boy dog.
Well, you know what the number one beer in America is now, right? It's no longer Bud Light.
It's Modelo. There you go. Crazy. All right, for those tuning in, those who have been listening, we're the Millie Goats. We're trying to win the Millie, hence the Millie Goats. And that when we say Millie, we mean the $1 million prize on DraftKings that they offer for their big tournaments. So that's pretty much what we've been doing. We went with golf there for about 6 months. So shout out golf. What's up, Butch? And then, we make these lineups and we put them in these contests, and man, do we fail miserably. And that's what we want to bring to the people, because there's 99% of people that fail just like us, because only one person can win. So that's the basis of our show. Now, if we win it, Butch P has to drink the 1981 Coca-Cola Clemson National Championship. He will do that live on air. I think we've bombarded him enough that he now has to do it. So, boys, I am in Texas. Oh, gosh. He's got more.
Oh, he's got another one.
He's going to pull out the whole ACC conference.
Hey, put that one right next to the Clemson one. Let's see which one looks better.
Oh, yes. Dude, we're about to get into that game for sure. Holy cow. But I'm in Texas right now.
There we go.
I'm in Texas, and I came down here to do some recon.
Is Texas back?
Texas is not back. I went into a Dick's Sporting Goods. There was equal apparel between Texas State, between UTSA, between Texas A&M, between the University of Texas. I mean, if Texas was back, it would have dominated the apparel. Am I wrong?
I think that if it is spread evenly, I can tell you
you're
in
not
Georgia.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Lebowski. Am I wrong, dude?
Well, the rug, that's what brought all the room together.
There was no Texas rug. Nothing.
Texas rug.
So that's why my background looks a little different. I traveled halfway across the country, but if you think we're going to miss a show, you better think again, pal. We're the Millie Goats.
Dude, you got tequila. Is that the tequila plant behind you? Tequila?
Is it?
Sugar cane?
I
don't think there's a tequila plant.
No. Yeah, it's like agave plant, right?
Dude, I don't know. Tom Brady chime in.
Yeah, you gotta look that
dissect
up.
This tequila plant for us.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was
Guadalajara is the capital of tequila.
It's also the most dangerous city in Mexico now.
Whoa. Tequila?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tequila, cartels, something like that.
All right, so Texas is not back. I've confirmed. I've done the research. I've been here. not back. Nothing against State, just Texas football. Right? Remember, we did the football-o-meter between Miami, who thinks they're more back, Texas, Miami. Texas won, but I'm here to tell you, I've been here for a couple hours now. It's not back. There's no burnt orange everywhere. So
what part of Texas are you in?
Close to San Antonio.
The Alamo.
I did see some San Antonio Brahma stuff. How about that? So shout out.
Did you see any of the Win Brahma, Winnebago?
Oh, I saw a Winbin jersey, but I almost taped over that said Winbin Brahma.
Yes.
The mashup people need to know. Okay. Let's get into this. We had Clemson and Duke on Monday night, right? And South Carolina as a whole is on the hot seat as far as football goes. Right? There you go. He's going to stone cold Steve Austin those things, speaking of Texas. But South Carolina is on the hot seat. We have more on that. We're going to get into Clemson and Duke here in a minute. But Circus Chat is an app you can download where you can take your group chat live, which is what we've done a few times. If you go to Circus Chat app, you download the app, guess what? Guess who's the top one? Us. It's a really cool concept. What's better than a group chat that goes live? Nothing. The group chat's always popping during the game. So download that app, follow our channel. Hall of Fame Bets. It is a parlay building app. You download the app. You look up a bunch of information. It has trends. It's got MLB, NBA, soccer, and they will add football as football gets going. So you'll see us putting out information on that. So Hall of Fame Bets.
Hey-o.
Download that app. All right. National Read a Book Day. Reading improves memory and concentration as well as reduces stress. Older adults who spend time reading show a slower cognitive decline and tend to participate in more mentally stimulating activities over their lifetime. Books are inexpensive, entertainment, educational tool, and a time machine, too. So if you read a book, you're basically a time traveler. Would we agree, boys?
What are you if you read The Time Traveler?
What's that? Back to the Future? Scotty or whatever his name is? No.
No, I think it's the actual Time Traveler. I think is it Jules
Verne?
The
book.
You become Butch P, and you're all about time.
Yes.
General relativity.
Hang the banner.
Hang the banner.
There you go. So that's National Read a Book Day. Boys, Thursday night, tomorrow night, it's football. It's our first taste of DraftKings Showdown.
I'm getting
Are
now.
we ready?
Oh,
I've been keeping up with the lines too of the spread of this thing in the over under, and it has moved a lot since the Travis Kelce news. By the way,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
you're looking at the receiving core at Kansas City, and you're like, "Ooh, this is not even as good as last year."
Right, but the thing
is Chris Jones this all a ploy, and they're not going to have any defensive rush on the outside, or is he going to sign and magically show up in Jersey and absolutely wreck Jared Goff?
That's a big part of this game. I think the Chris Jones and the Kelce news. I mean, they where he didn't tear his ACL, so that checked out okay, which is the most important thing. So, but we'll get into that a little more. On the show today, water cooler debate. We've got tail lines that's going to be devoted solely to the Clemson Duke game because that was awesome. We've got a football buffet, a DFS DraftKings Express hype train for Thursday and for Sunday. We got the Campus 4. We're going to go over a few college football games to look out for on the weekend. The How Dare Yous, a little bit of sports news, other relevant sports news. And then the Inter Squad DraftKings Jamboree has been reset. Dylon is now having a clean slate for season 2, even though he got beat by $1 billion last year. I don't care if he came on late or not. It doesn't matter.
Came on late and was only included in one of the 3 every week.
Doesn't matter, dude. Does not matter. Stop stealing our T-shirt designs and our intellectual property, people. And unblock us Reddit college football, you cowards. Okay, Adams, give us back our lone wolf. We came up with that. So stop it. Ooh, here we go. Speaking of which, That receiving core KC is about as empty as the space between. Very nice. Yes, dude. Yes.
The Strahan gap.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Jared Goff is Pat Mahomes' kryptonite. You saw it on the last show. If you didn't see it on the last show, go look at our last show where Jared Goff has 117 rating, threw for like 400 yards, 4 tutties. He's 1-0 against the Chiefs. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And they're not going to have Chris Jones, and they're not going to have Kelsey. Don't be surprised if the two defenses are the teams you need to play. That's how it'll go.
Double defense.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's get into the water cooler debate segment. How about that?
You serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Boom. Water cooler debate segment. This is where we pick a topic. We take that topic, we put it on Twitter at @MillyGoats and on Instagram now. You'll see that in a second, which gave us 2 totally different results, which is hilarious. So there's going to be a lot of banners given out, but we put it on Twitter. People vote. We pick the topic. We figure this out. Doesn't matter. But first, before we do that, did you the dad joke? Did you hear about the onions that got recalled? Somebody leaked the information. Aren't leaks like little onions?
I don't think you get recalls because something got leaked.
Doesn't matter. It played. Where was yours, dude?
Moving right along.
Exactly what I expected. All right. From episode 60.
Oh.
Episode 60. Last episode, we did a GOAT. Who's the GOAT? TV and movie bromance. Now, on the Twitter poll, it was a tie between me and Tex. What is wrong with you people, you savages? Sam and Frodo tied with Turk and JD from Scrubs. Butch P, you were out to an early lead, dude. I thought this thing was over. I thought it was done. You had 25% with I Love You Man, Peter Clavin and Sidney Fife. And then J-Vi, during football season, the only football answer, Gary Bertier, Julius, what was his name? Julius Campbell, 21% of the vote on Twitter. Now, conversely, on Instagram, J-Vi won with 57% of the vote.
Oh,
I was in second. Butch P was in third. Tex got 0. Now, funny backstory about Tex. Turns out his significant other voted on the poll on Instagram, but didn't vote for Tex.
And then when he called her out about it, she goes, "Oh, I didn't know that was yours."
Yes, and that's how we want it. So the question is, boys, do I get the banner out of aggregate because I had the most? I finished second and tied for first, so I think I get the banner. I don't think there's any disputing that. I mean, you can't say anything, dude. You were third both times. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, so it should go to the most consistent.
I mean, I was first and second. So
it should go to the genuinely best answer, which was the one that I sent.
Oh,
which was Jay and Silent Bob.
That didn't make it because there's not enough room.
They are
like a Woodmaker.
Literally hetero life mates.
I always feel bad because I'm like, I would love to have 5 answers on there, but I can only do so much. So it's not me. It's not me, dude. It's technology. If it were me, I'd put your answer up there just to see you get 0 again. But Tex did it again. A 0 on the board, boys. We saw another goose egg. Hey, he said Goose and Maverick. Guess which one he is?
Oh, Goose Egg.
The egg.
Oh, I love doing those. Those are so much fun. Okay. This episode's water cooler debate. Before we dive into football, we got a lot of football to get into. What is the GOAT square food? And I guess Mr. Consistent, Butch P, if you want to go first or if you want me to go first.
You go first, Mr.
All right, I'll go first. The GOAT square food is a cheat. No, it's a sandwich. Just a regular old sandwich, PB&J.
Oh,
I had to catch my PB&J sandwich on your square grocery store bread, sliced up, slather it in both, PB&J sandwich. No question.
Man.
Thoughts?
Dang.
Dylon.
Yeah. No, that's hard to compete with. Because
Yeah.
I was also going to go PB&J, but my close second was a grilled cheese.
Hey, that counts. We'll put it up there. This might turn
All
into
right.
Sandwichville. I mean, you got cereals, you got crackers. I mean, there's all kinds of foods you can go here. Which
What if we go Ritz?
You want to go the Ritz? Wait, aren't those circular? Okay.
See what I did there?
Yeah. You're trying to get a nod to the Lord of the Rings. I see what you're doing.
I'm gonna go with a square waffle.
A floppy waffle? Where's Tex?
Dude, take us back in the time machine, Dylon.
Oh.
Dude, he has had some wild answers, man. If he was here, he'd probably say Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's a good square.
That's a good square too.
Now, is a rectangle a square? Can a rectangle be a square, but a square can't be a rectangle, or is it the other way around?
No, a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle cannot be a square because it would violate the equilateral sides.
Okay, so you could do a toaster strudel.
That's a rectangle.
So it can't
but a square can be a rectangle.
No, a rectangle could be a square.
Put you in a blender there, dude.
Right.
All right, so we had a PB&J sandwich, a grilled cheese, and what was yours?
The like a waffle.
Like a waffle.
Yeah.
Toaster waffle. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
A square waffle.
Yes. Okay, boys. We flew through that because I'm just so excited about football.
Good.
That I don't really. I'm like, that's all I want to do is talk football. Now, before we get into football, well, we'll do it after this. But hey, let's crank it up, boys. Okay. Into the football breakdown. Before we get into NFL, now we got something special, right? We got in trouble for
copyright infringement.
Yes. And thank goodness we took it off the board, because if we still had that thing on the board, we would play it for every list we ever had. So J-Vi just took it off, which is probably best for everybody. So what we did is we wrote our own music in honor of football, which we will play here in a second. But first, we're going to save it for the NFL segment. We're going to talk a little bit about this Clemson game real quick. I had some notes, but holy moly, Clemson got worked. And I want Edge. I'm speaking to you, Edge. It's over, dude. Or, as J-Vi said, is Clemson back? Because now they're going to be back to losing a game they shouldn't and going 10-2 and then failing late in the season. So is Clemson actually back? J-Vi said, usually if they lose to Duke, it's like game 7 when they're undefeated, but they went ahead and got it out of the way. And he goes, Clemson's back.
Early.
Thoughts on?
Yeah. Edge, first and foremost, I was the one that put out the welfare check on you the day after. All right. We didn't know
You did.
J-Vi was already texting. And I said, let's make sure because those Clemson fans got to be eating it. Yeah. Dabo, poor Dabo. But in their defense, 3 turnovers in the red zone, 2 blocked field goals.
Dude, and vanilla extract Vic. That's what I've been calling him. Everybody says he's Vanilla Vic. I'm like, no. There's already a Vanilla Vic from Duke. That's Daniel Jones. We got to call him Vanilla Extract Vic.
Bro, when they showed him yamming
in high school,
yes, when he dunked, I was like, what?
Yeah, not just dunk, like 360 windmill.
Yeah. 360 windmill yammed on everybody.
Then he pulls like a Tim Tebow with 3 dudes, throws him off his back, and then goes and outruns everybody on Clemson's team 60 yards to the house. Like that's vanilla extract Vic right there.
I would have to say Duke is equally on the map, and eyes are on them as Colorado right now.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be looking at what's your next game? What are you going to do now?
That's the biggest thing I took away from this is like people are just dogging Clemson. And I'm like, y'all get like Duke, Elko there. You know, Elko was the defensive coordinator for Texas A&M, and I think for Notre Dame and for Wake Forest. So he was at Texas A&M for like 3 or 4 years. He literally went, I don't know what the percentage was, but he went man-to-man on the outside against Clemson. And usually Clemson's got Mike Williams, DeAndre Hopkins, Eli Rogers or whatever that guy's name is, Justin Ross. Higgins, Justin Ross, Hunter Renfrow. And Elko was just like, we're going man until you prove that you can beat man coverage. And if you can't, we're going to wreck your day. And they did. So
it's impressive.
It was
him
impressive.
in the post game when they were trying to ask him what the key to success was. It's like, man, our guys just didn't hit the portal. We kept our guys. They came back and they believed, and that was something that people overlooked on us. Now it's out the bag, but they're there. I mean,
and you heard Tex. I mean, Tex said, he gave that rousing speech about these senior classes never, you're the only senior class that hadn't competed in the playoff for a championship. Well, guess what? Took care of that day one.
Yep.
Done.
So I was more
and
worried
it's
when
done.
Did you think that that Duke would crack the top 25 or that Clemson was going to fall out? I thought losing to a Duke football program that's just historically not been very good. And
except
I would be
for
lying
last year. Last year they were 9-4, and for the first time in 50 years they didn't lose a single game by more than single digits. So that dude has them playing ball, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, it's funny to be like, oh, Clemson lost to Duke, but it's like Duke was a 9-win team last year, and I think won their bowl game, and they were in every single game. Like, it could end up being a quality loss for Clemson. So I'm sure the college football playoff, every Clemson fan is now the biggest Duke fan. But yeah,
as you should be right now too. I mean, you want a Duke to run the
go buy out the bookstore.
Yeah.
So they dropped Clemson to 25. So they are just barely staying in there by reputation alone.
Right. And
did Duke not make it?
Yeah, they're 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look good. I mean, they got
what about Colorado? Did Colorado make it in?
I think they did. I'm not sure. There's the AP poll and the who knows.
I haven't taken a look yet, but
I'll tell you what,
they're 22nd. Yep, Colorado got
Brian Dayball's looking at old Riley Leonard, just licking his, that meme where the guy's like this behind the tree. Dude, another thing is Riley Leonard after the.
It's so funny on them rankings, though. I know I'm getting off of here,
of course it is,
but it's like they weren't even close to being ranked before they did what they did. So they're trying to save face, and they rank them now. And say,
I mean,
how are you going to do while you're ranked?
That's why our playoff
rankings.
That's why our playoff rankings are the best. We're taking it week by week. We don't care what you did last year. We don't care what you're going to do tomorrow. What'd you do today? Everybody's getting mad about Vandy in the top 4. I'm like, dude, Vandy might be 3-0, leading the SEC East. And if the season ended today and Vandy was on top of the SEC East, you're a hypocrite if you don't put him in.
Absolutely. And people
your dad blame hypocrite if you don't put him in. So, anyways, I love getting into those banners anyway, but I have another theory on Clemson. I think that they're auditioning themselves to not move conferences. They're like, oh no, we stink. There's no way we can go over there and play with them. Let's just stay here in the ACC. What do you think on that? Not only that,
It could
bad
be.
weekend to be a Tiger. LSU got smoked. Clemson got smoked. Is Tiger Woods about to have a phone call with these teams and be like, look, this name has a certain standard, and I'll take your stripes if you don't step it up. You can no longer eat Frosted Flakes at Clemson or LSU right now.
Man,
that's what I would say.
Take the orange. Ooh.
All right, I think that's so. Edge, sorry, the college football is over for you. Thoughts and prayers. We'll pour one out for you. It's okay, man. You look, man. There's always next year. Yeah, we're at the 1980. Okay, folks, we got a little treat here. So the boys got together, and we said, how can we pay our respects to football now that it's back? And because we can't use other people's music, we just wrote our own. So without further ado, if you're a person in your 30s, maybe even in your 20s with kids, this may sound familiar with you. So let's credit Dylon for tickling the strings here on this. And hopefully this is the song of the fall. That's what we're calling it. Are we ready, fellas?
Oh man, this is awesome.
Football.
Hit it.
It's the greatest and best sport in the world. Football.
This song goes out to our true love. Football.
Football. You're so cool.
And on our show, you're gonna rule.
Football.
Understand, we're gonna love you till the very end.
Football, 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 football.
We love you. Wow.
Football, 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 football. We love you.
Niners,
Vikings,
Bills,
the Cowboys do. No streaming service couldn't keep us from you. All these months of waiting, but now it's time to make you mine.
football, 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 football.
we love you so much, football.
Football, football, football.
Just want you to know how much we really love you. Yes, we are the tenacious DFS Millie Goats, bringing it to you with our ferocious picks of fantasy destiny.
To all football fans out there, we're back. Football. It's the greatest and best sport in the world. Football.
Oh,
this song goes out. My gosh, dude. There
That was-
ladies and gentlemen.
the debut.
Hopefully that made you laugh as much as we did.
Epic.
Oh gosh. Ilon, that was incredible. Way to tickle the strings there, my friend. That was awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, the better part is how it all got put together.
Yes. That we wrote. We just, oh my gosh, there was no better choice than to take that song.
Dude, we got a new water cooler debate too. Who's the GOAT soprano of the group?
Oh, I think AK's passion carries us. So, what I'm afraid of with releasing that is we're about to get Oliver Anthony and just start blowing up, and I can see my inbox here on my phone just blowing up right now.
Yep.
I ain't got time for that. I'm not selling out yet. Not till after probably the first playoff game when I don't need to watch football anymore. But
oh, you're saying they're gonna make the playoffs?
We're making the playoffs.
September Vikings. That's what I always tell people about the Cowboys, and I'm wearing Cowboys shirt. They're like, I said, hey, it's September. We're September Cowboys. Don't ask me in January.
Dude, I have to look what they have on the Miller Lights.
Hey, there you go.
Garbage. I was disgusted buying that. It's terrible.
That Lawrence?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thursday night, fellas. Thursday night. Now, it's the first. He's got the whole 1980s gas station
of like Coke next to your computer.
He bought on eBay. He said, "Let me get all the 1981 Corona Rita pack of the Coca-Colas."
My great grandpa used to collect these bottles, man. He
had
thousands of them, and he would give them to me when I was a kid. So I've kept them for all this time. So now they came back. They're back. The bottles are back.
Let's go, baby.
Bottles
are like, yeah, Texas is not. So Thursday night football, Chiefs hosting the Lions. Now this contest and this weekend's contest, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people playing, which is awesome, but not awesome because some Yahoo's going to put defense as captain or one of the, some fullback from Detroit that catches a touch. It's going to be complete pandemonium. So everybody's in. So here's what we're going to do. I don't have any slides today, but we will put these up on Twitter and Instagram. The primetime man dime hot guys. This is for our showdowns. The showdown's a little different. Because it's a one-game slate. So you can imagine that's much different whenever the ownership's being considered for concentration. But Kansas City hosting Detroit. Over-under has moved down to 52.5, and the spread has moved down 2 full points to 4.5 in favor of Kansas City. That's
a big move.
Yes, at 2 points,
huge.
and it came down 4 on the over-under. So, do with that what you will. But if you've been following that line, and that was earlier today, it may have changed. It may change tomorrow. So
it's all going to depend on if Kelsey says that he's going to go.
Yep. So, all right. Primetime man dime hot guys. I will go first. We'd had Jay Vi throw his in there, and we'll read off text too because I think he's going to join here shortly. But my primetime man dime hot guy for Thursday night is none other than Marquez Valdez Scantling MV ass. Okay. He's 8,100 in the captain spot, 5,400 in the flex. Last year, he was 42 receptions, 687 yards, 2 tutties. Now, Kelsey's out. Which receiver is it going to be? There's 6 different guys it could be on KC. MBS might go overlooked. Now, he might suck, and he probably will. He might suck, which he probably will. But hey,
You can call it.
I'm just saying.
So I didn't look at the
Any
lineups today. Is Tony still questionable?
He the last time I saw he was. So
because I don't think he practiced on, was it Monday or Tuesday? They were still sitting him out.
I mean, initial thoughts. What do you like?
And Richie was hurt too. James was hurt too.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, the whole
during the week.
The only people that weren't hurt were like Justin Ross and Sky Moore.
Yeah, so
I mean,
they're going to have to roll with Valdez, Ross, and Sky Moore.
Yeah. So I mean, Justin Watson's there, and then you got. I mean, they got like 17 dudes.
Oh yeah, Watson.
Justin,
dude,
but
Kansas City's so hard to pick in fantasy anyway. They spread it around.
You know he's going to throw for 350 or 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. You just don't know what's going to.
Yeah, but you know that 110 of them aren't going to Travis Kelce. So now it gets even trickier.
Right. So it's like, and don't put it past old Andy Reid to spread that thing around. So I don't know. Initial thoughts, Butch, on that? I mean, what do you think?
What do you think? What do you mean? I think
in
it's
terms of
the game, just like Lions, Chiefs.
Well, I think the Lions are going to win now.
What? Whoa!
Ooh. Hey, now
I do.
You're saying they're not just going to cover; they're going to win?
I think they can win. I do.
Woo!
They have all their weapons, and they have some talented guys on that side of the ball. So. I think they could go on the road and upset here Thursday night.
I think the biggest thing, like I've been saying for a week, Chris Jones isn't out there. Jared Goff, I forgot to look up his stats, but he's elite when they don't pressure him. And I think he's terrible on the road. I remember he didn't, and so was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like their tutties came at home. Like a lot of their touchdowns came in Detroit.
Well,
so
I mean, I like the line for them to cover anyway, but
yeah,
hey,
which means Kansas City's going to beat them by 40.
Right, exactly.
With nobody on their roster.
Nah.
So
there's Tex.
We'll see. It's going to be a fun game to watch for game 1, kick off the NFL season.
Oh yes, Tex. What do you think? Detroit, Kansas City. Not DFS, just give me your football brain. Football brain, not fantasy gut.
Give us your man dime.
Yeah.
My man dime is Pacheco. He's my captain.
You better Pacheco yourself before you Pacheco yourself.
Mm-hmm. I just think if Kelce doesn't play, we're going to see some extra use out of these tailbacks.
And there's like 4 of them. CEH, Jerick McKinnon. What's your football gut say?
My football gut says
Lions or Chiefs?
Oh.
Wrong gut, dude. Switch it over.
I'm going to say Lions, man. This is a trap game for the Chiefs. Trap game.
Oh, already a trap game week 1?
Mm-hmm. Trap game week 1. Trap game for the Chiefs.
Dylon, football brain, go.
I'm going. I think that this is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs' debut. I think that he's going to go off. I'm kind of worried because they're talking about maybe limiting some of his snaps, but
because he's
and
too
it's not going to be his running. Well, because they want to keep him healthy for a 17-week season.
I mean, he has David Montgomery as his backup too. So that's going to be. Yeah. I mean,
what?
David Montgomery he can play.
Yeah, he can.
I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs as my captain though, because I believe that the PPRs are gonna play in.
Pacheco. It's the other side of the ball.
Dude, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. You didn't read the doc. We wrote it in there. Merry Christmas. You filthy animals. Gibbs love on Christmas Day.
I'm gonna play my Gibson Les Paul on the next song.
Oh, You missed the song, Tex. We played it.
You did? Nice.
Yep. Debut. Butch, who's your primetime
All right.
man dime hot guy?
So I'm gonna pie the knot with Noah Gray being the backup tight end to Kelsey, and I'm gonna say he's gonna have to emerge as one of those wide receiving tight ends. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to step up.
And he's down there in the price range. Now you didn't read that one either, dude. Pinoa Gragio. Come on, guys.
I know. I did, dude. I said pie knot.
This is my favorite kind of grape. Pie knot.
I was pieing the knot with Noah Gray.
Pinoa Gragio. Yeah, that's how we. Yeah, that's how we're putting.
Obviously,
this
I don't drink that type of wine,
dude. Obviously, you're not a bowler. This is a Big Lebowski episode.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the dude earlier.
Yeah,
dude.
Abide.
Totally
Dude. Tex, you missed it. I've been in Texas for almost 12 hours now. I didn't get 1 cent of Texas being back. Not one. You saw all the pictures I was sending today. In the Dick's Sporting Goods, it's equally distributed between all the teams in Texas. And it's just
has nothing to do with the fact that you were in the San Antonio airport and they had to support their local school.
I mean, if Texas is back, it's a statewide thing, right? At least 50% of the state.
I mean, I'm just saying. If you're in San Antonio, they're going to support UTSA, and they also have lots of Texas, UT, Austin, Texas stuff there. So,
no, I was here. No, they don't.
Local school.
Go ahead, Dylon.
Hey, I live in Atlanta, and we have a college called Georgia Tech. But if you go to any store in and around Atlanta, you know what they are going to be selling? The Bulldogs.
They were selling Texas stuff
and Kentucky Wildcats.
And you act like wait a minute. How far is Athens from Atlanta?
Kentucky Wildcats. Where's the 1981 Coke?
Yeah, just go ahead and say it.
45 minutes.
Okay, so you're basically already there. That's like as far Austin. Once you get like an hour around Austin, like even to try and drive an hour, you're going to still be in Austin. So you got to get all the way to San Antonio is like 3 hours. 2.5.
So if I drive to Rome or Valdosta, I go into a Walmart and I take my phone, do you think it's going to show Georgia Tech or Bulldogs?
You're going to have Valdosta State.
I will still
powerhouse.
Georgia.
I know ball.
Powerhouse.
I know ball.
We did. Did you have any comment on the Clemson game? We just roasted Edge for about 10
Mick
minutes.
Lagger.
I just think that maybe we're done with Clemson. Maybe Clemson's back to their old ways where they lose games they're supposed to, lose games they're supposed to win, and win games they're not supposed to.
Sounds like.
Are you on that bandwagon?
So
or are you on the?
They're going to beat Florida State for sure.
Oh yeah, they're going to wreck Florida State season.
Oh yeah.
Are you in the camp of Clemson is gone or Duke is actually good?
I think Duke is actually good.
Yes.
But I think that Clemson is also going to beat Florida State and still somehow make it into the championship game.
Dude, South Carolina as a whole is on the hot seat.
Yep.
Okay. So that's Thursday night.
No good football there.
No, none, especially at the Division I level. We'll get we have notes on that. All right, so Thursday night, I mean, it starts tomorrow. The lines are shifting. We gave you the guys that we're looking at, given the current situation. That could all change tomorrow. If they're like, hey, Travis Kelce's playing. Great. Then we're not going to do another show, but do whatever you want with that information. So now we're going to move into a little more of the Sunday slate, because we won't be back on the air until Sunday or Monday night, whichever one we decide. I'll be traveling. But so we've got San Francisco at Pittsburgh, Arizona at Washington, Carolina at Atlanta, Houston at Baltimore, Tennessee at New Orleans, Tampa Bay at Minnesota, Cincy at Cleveland, Jacksonville at Colts, Philly at New England. Philly's probably going to lose that game. They're going to go 0-1, Super Bowl loser slump, scumbags. Jalen Hurts is not elite. Actually, I really like Jalen Hurts. Then you
Has-
got
Has Kelsey, Jason Kelsey, lost a step?
he did get engaged. We know the rule in golf at least.
That's Travis Kelsey.
No, Jason Kelsey got engaged.
Oh, okay. I thought he was already married.
No, congrats. But did you hear the story? He went. This is a funny story, actually. He got engaged, but he was getting in his car and he was going to ask his girlfriend to marry him, but he had to go ask her parents first. So he said, "Oh no!" They were in the car. He's like, "Oh no, I got to run inside and use." Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
There it is.
He's like, I got to run in. I got to run inside to use the bathroom real quick. So he did, and he came back in like 5 minutes, and she goes, "You didn't just take a dump. There's no way that you took a dump in less than 20 minutes." So shout out to her
For knowing his dump schedule.
knowing his dump schedule.
No,
Oh,
for
man.
recognizing that he wasn't on his phone in the water stall for 20 minutes.
Right. So she was like, "You didn't just take a dump. You can't throw that past me." And then he asked her to marry him, which is that's a cool story. Shout out Kelsey. Green Bay.
Shout out marriage.
Shout out marriage. Exactly. Shout out knowing each other's dump schedules. The afternoon slate: Philly at New England, Green Bay at Chicago, LA at Seattle, Miami at LA, Las Vegas at Denver, Dallas at New York is the Sunday night game, and then Buffalo and New York Jets Monday night game. So that's the full slate. The mainscaping, not manscaping. Both if you want. Who cares?
Getting hairy here, man.
When you look at all this stuff, though, the spreads are not. There's not too many that are more than a couple of points, with the obvious answers of probably the Colts and the Texans and the Ravens. But most of them are within a touchdown, and there's only 2 that were 47 or above in the over-under, which is, if you know anything about formulas, that's low. So
if you know how formulas work, numbers are usually
if you
high.
look at the math, if you put it in a box and you shake it up and you put it in and you put it in your pocket and you grab the world.
Wait a minute.
I'm here to tell you that you're probably talking about the Jets. What?
Wait a minute. How many players are in the box?
9.
8?
That depends on, who you playing. If it's Duke, it's probably 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah, because they went man-to-man on Clemson, and Clemson couldn't do nothing. Nothing.
Athlete against athlete and lost.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Hey,
Duke.
Here it is. Come and take it. Come and take it." All right. Anyways, that was whatever. So, yeah, here's what I thought too. This is a cool idea. On the DraftKings app, DraftKings, if you're listening, I know you follow us on Twitter, and we talk regularly. You should make the DK lobby interactive, like Pokemon. You remember how you used to walk around and go to different gyms where you could challenge the gym leaders and do all that stuff and find little. They should make the DraftKings app like Pokemon Go. Is that not genius, or is that stupid?
I feel like that's like the metaverse. Isn't that the entire premise of the metaverse, that your little avatar can walk around and interact with other avatars?
I didn't even know what the metaverse is.
Well, that's what it is. Great
So
idea.
did Metaverse con Pokemon? Is that what it is? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but with real people and not Ash Ketchum.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Pokemon DraftKings. You walk around. There's a region. You walk into the region. The best DK player is in there, and you go challenge him.
DraftKings Go.
Dude, you take his gym from him, dude. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's get into some of these games that we like. Okay, we each picked a game. We're like, this could be interesting. I'm going to go first. And then we're going to go, I'm going to go first, and then we're going to go Butch, and then we're going to go Tex, and then Dylon will go. Here we go. So I'm going to go first. The game that I like that's kind of a wonky over-under is Minnesota hosting Tampa Bay. The over-under is 45.5. Minnesota favored by 6. There's elite talent everywhere, all on the perimeter, right? The defenses and the quarterbacks are suspect. So You've got these elite receivers, Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, Evans, Godwin. I don't know if Cole Beasley's still there, but whatever. Rashad White, Alex Madison. And then you have to go try to figure out what you're going to do with quarterbacks and defenses. So Minnesota and Tampa Bay, almost like a don't sleep on them game. Okay, Butch, what game do you like?
So I was looking at all those games, and I came to this one that was 45.5 over under. Minnesota favored by 6, and it's Tampa Bay, Minnesota, because I feel like bettors are going to lose a ton of money.
Shout out Otani.
Otan
with his elbow. UCL, meaning Minnesota's Dylon UCL's Otani.
This game is going over for sure.
Oh, that's what you meant by O.
Yeah. Otan, their tight end.
Oh, Cade Otton.
Otten. Yeah. A ton of money. Otten.
Otten of money.
Otan.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy, Otten. Okay.
Let's see how it plays out.
Tex, you submitted one up there in the NFC North, a little showdown there. The spread there was Chicago favored by 1. Over under was 43. Your thoughts on the game you submitted, Chicago hosting Green Bay?
I just think that it's, the new look Packers coming out against the kind of new look Bears. So we're going to see two basically almost new teams rebuilding a rivalry. And it's probably going to be the most exciting game all weekend because we're going to finally see what Justin Fields and Jordan Love are really made of, because they're finally going to have, quote unquote, the full control of the reins and all the weapons they need around them. And we're going to see what the North is really made of, because those are the only two teams that are relevant right now in the North.
Did Dylon just, what do you mean? You don't like the Lions, who you just said was a trap game for the Chiefs?
There's 3 teams we got to worry about. There's 3 teams we got to worry about in the North.
Dylon, there's 3 teams out of the 4 you got to worry about in the North. 3 of them.
To make the wild card?
Green Bay, Chicago, and the Lions.
Dude, Dylon, I thought you sharded like that guy from the Notre Dame podcast the way you got out of the chair.
I went and got some notes.
Okay.
I think
I'm going to do another one.
That game's going to be really good.
No.
That game's going to be really good, I think.
Oh, no.
Right now it's got the highest. No. It's got the highest ticket price.
Green Bay and Chicago? Whoa. I am fascinated by that game. 43 is low. I
just don't think I really don't think they believe at all in the 2 quarterbacks. That's what I think. But Vegas.
Hey, we're about to find out.
Well, I agree. I agree with that, though. I don't think they're just going to come out and let them gunsling it out there. I think that.
Is Justin Fields? No, he's got a true number 1 receiver. Is he going to throw the ball more? Or is he going to still be trying to be Josh Allen out there and try and run it all over the place?
He's going to run it.
Be the running game.
He's going to be the running game. Khalil Herbert, though, he can run. He's pretty good.
And is Jordan Love going to wish Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans?
I love how we're just prolonging, not letting Dylan defend the Minnesota Vikings.
All right, here we go.
Okay, you want my second game?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dialogue.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dialogue.
So I also chose Tampa Bay Minnesota game. Because I, like Butch, also think that this over-under is way, way too low. Now, given that our defense may give up 27 points, our offense...
At least.
Well, I think that was the average last year.
Yeah.
But the offense will go off. So, This is directly related to all of you, unless you can all come to a agreement that Kirk Cousins is a top 5 NFL quarterback.
Did you say
In
NFL
terms
or
of what?
XFL? XFL or NFL?
Well, let's go with. You want to go with QBR? You want to go
Big 10 or
with
Pac-12?
total yards, number of TDs? So I have brought some statistics to put all you naysayers on the Kirk Cousins bandwagon to shame. So Kirk Cousins, number 4, and this is for the last 3 seasons, okay? So only 2 of those are with JJ. Last 3 seasons. Kirk Cousins, 4th in total yards, behind only Mahomes, Herbert, and Josh Allen. He's got over 13,000. Dak, 9,165. Okay, so I got him about 4,000.
Well, that's because Dak throws it to the other team.
Yeah,
that's
Dak's
true.
a top 5 quarterback for the opposing team.
Right.
Dak
we
is
have
top
more yards
5
to the other
quarterback
team.
for interception percentage. Okay, so number 4 on
Nice
that.
stat.
Number 4 on most touchdowns thrown in the past 3 years, behind Mahomes, Rodgers, and Allen. He's at 97. All right. Number 1 of all quarterbacks in the past 3 years in games played. So he's durable. All right. He's played in 49 games in the past 3 seasons.
Oh,
And then,
no. Oh, no. Oh, no,
You just
Lag.
jinxed him.
Oh, he did it. He
y'all
did it.
it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And
no.
then-
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
13
Who's
or
the
14
backup?
more times. 13. So, and then finally, number 5 in total QBR, 99.7 behind Rodgers, Watson, Mahomes, and Burrow. He is ahead of Mr. Josh Allen. So,
All right. We're going to have to see what Nick Mullins got.
now,
Nick at night, baby.
with all that being said, he's top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Playoff
Hey,
wins. How many does he
there's
have?
And we will wreck them. We will wreck the Buccaneers.
Are you
Baker
saying they're going to
Mayfield.
cover? You're saying 6 is too low on the spread.
6 is too low. They will cover the spread and the over-under. They will go over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
I'll
you
agree
so?
with that.
you
I'll
put
agree
your-
with that.
I'll tell you this right now, Mr. Top 5. Are you going to put him in a DraftKings lineup, Mr. I got all these stats?
He's in my Millie. Him and Jordan Addison are in my Millie. So I put my money where my mouth is.
Oh no, dude! After you just said he hasn't gotten hurt. Oh no! Don't make me play it
no.
again.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I don't
Okay.
believe in your
I mean-
pseudoscience, voodoo, doll,
You-
jigaboo.
dude. You can
Why-
rattle off all those. Go ahead, Tex.
But you said that he is the most durable quarterback over the last 3 years. You jinxed him. You just put him on the hot seat to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't want to have to replay this.
Why
to
would you even talk about it? It's the perfect game. You just said he's throwing a perfect game.
Wow! Wow!
No.
Hey, way
I'm not
back in
buying
those, whatever episode that was, whenever we said the worst thing to say in sports.
Whenever,
Oh.
hey, if he gets hurt, you have to come on the next podcast with a sling on and a bandage around
Yes.
your head.
Yes. Yes. Yep. You can't sit down. You just have to be on crutches the whole time.
Okay, so I will come on and eat it. But if we cover and we go over the spread, y'all both or all 3 of you have to admit Kirk Cousins is a top 5 quarterback. Even if he throws 4 or 5 interceptions, if we cover and the over,
But what about winning? That's
Hurt.
loser. That's loser talk.
Wow!
Wait a second.
Wow!
I'm gonna go ahead and
Man,
say if he
I
throws
said we're
4 or
gonna
5
cover. How's
interceptions
that loser
in the
talk?
game, you're not going to cover. You're not going
Wait,
to cover.
how many interceptions did he
Without
throw?
many
Wait a minute.
Hyperbole.
How many interceptions did he throw in the Colts game last year? I mean, they won that game.
How many?
You're
It
living
wasn't
in the
good.
past.
Oh,
Living in the
living.
past.
You just rattled off a bunch of statistics from the past.
And conveniently,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
What-
go
what's
ahead.
the next
Oh,
segment
take-
here?
not-
Take a sip. Take a sip. No, I did have one more game that I was looking at. Seattle and LA. I mean, we're naming out these games because it's like, not because we're like, oh, we love watching these things. It's just your radar goes up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It just goes up whenever you're looking down through there.
Yeah, and if you, I mean, really, the Packers
what
and
we're
Bears
doing.
is an old school rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, for what we're doing, it's. I'm looking at Seattle and LA. The Rams, Cooper Kupp's out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Who just
they're
Stafford
about
throw
as
to?
depleted at wide receiver as
Mm-hmm.
the Kansas
Yeah.
City Chiefs are.
so
Van Jefferson, I think you're number 2, and then you've got
Skoranek.
Skoranek. Is he still? Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's somebody else that he's got a different last name, Nikwa or Nakua. Yeah, that guy.
Nakua,
So
and then Atwell, Tutu Atwell.
Tutu
Out of-
Atwell.
out of
So
Louisville.
I mean, it's like, a lot of guys that have room to prove themselves. I'll put it that way.
I mean,
the
Rams are notorious for. I mean, again, looking at it through our lens of, hey, what are we trying to do? We're the Millie Goats. What are we trying to do here? Not like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and open up a beer and grab some popcorn and watch this game. Like this is gonna be awesome. It's like, hey, that's let me just earmark that.
they always seem to play good games against each other anyway.
So yeah, 100%.
A lot of interdivision rivalry games, to look
Right.
at this week with Tex going with the Packers and Bears. You have Atlanta's that's going on Mollywop, Carolina,
Right.
So
Well, I mean,
and there's
the game.
There's
I mean,
plenty of them to find.
it's just you're looking like San Francisco and Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously I'm a Niners fan, but
I think that's going to just be a defensive battle there.
It might be
Right?
23-17 or something.
Maybe if that high, might be
Yeah.
17-14 or something.
Yeah. And
But-
everybody and their mother is going to be playing the Dolphins and the Chargers.
That should be a shootout. That one.
That's the highest over under is 51. So it's like, and you got weapons all over the dad blame field. You got Waddle and Hill and
Mike
Jeff
Williams
Wilson's hurt.
and Allen. You've got Quentin Johnson that they drafted.
Josh Palmer,
Palmer, who's actually fighting for that third spot over Johnston.
Mhm.
And then Eckler coming out of the backfield. You have Mostert and I think what's his name got hurt, didn't he?
Wilson's hurt.
Wilson's hurt. So it's Mostert, but he can flat out fly.
Yes. And the Chargers defense, run defense is atrocious. It was awful last year.
So,
I mean, like I said, then Cincinnati and Cleveland's the second highest over under, and it's like, okay, weapons all over the field there. So it's like we're not going to sit there and talk about, oh, hey,
you
Bengals
think that one's
and
going to
Browns.
go high? You like that one?
Yeah.
Gusto?
I
I guess with Deshaun quarterback, that's going to change Cleveland.
Cleveland's defense is sneaky good, but it's Joe Burrow. Good luck.
But Cincinnati can sneak and have some good games defensively.
I know.
And but anyway, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's
They
just
have.
like,
they have too many weapons for it to be a low scoring game.
we were just basically we
with
took that
the
opportunity.
addition with Elijah Moore is going to help Cleveland too.
Oh,
out of
dude.
the slot right there. I
mean,
think they're
that
going
line-
to utilize him. Njoku at tight ends, an athletic. Oh my gosh, Chubb, and then of course Amari Cooper shows up every now and again. You
got Peoples
every
Jones
home
still
game.
there, and that
Peoples
Cedric
Jones.
Tillman.
Yes.
Like, I mean, we're not going to sit here and be like, hey, Cleveland and Cincinnati, or hey, Chargers. I mean, if you play draft, like, okay, those. I mean, come on. Basically, we took that opportunity to just rip Dylon about the Vikings.
So, in
I
addition to the Vikings,
I love
though,
the Vikings.
I think
I love the Vikings though. When it comes to
the most
daily fantasy.
exciting game for me this week is going to be the Jaguars and the Colts to see what Richardson can do. But I want to see if the Calvin Ridley and T. Law connection is going to be the epic duo tandem that the NFL wants. Because I think that Calvin Ridley, coming off of a year off, he's going to have that chip on his shoulder. And he was insanely good in Atlanta, but you can only
As
be
a number
so good.
two.
Yeah. So I think
And
that
he's still going to be the number 2. They still got Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
And they got Evan Ingram.
Zay.
And out of the backfield, their backfield's awesome. So
They got Zay
and
Jones.
Evan Ingram,
Zay
their
Jones.
tight end is a top 10 tight end. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's there's a lot there too. But I mean, really, did he write down every receiver that was drafted in front of him? That's what I want to know, because that seems to be the thing receivers do now, or every free agent that was signed before him.
He was drafted pretty high, wasn't he?
Just making a joke.
Yeah.
It's like every receiver that was drafted late. It's like I remembered every receiver's name that was drafted ahead of me. It's like, all right, Amon-Ra St. Brown did that already.
Oh well,
Anyway.
I mean, he's shown out though. I mean, he has he has that room.
So those
Ridley
are just
does
some
not.
games off the radar that it's like, hey, just put them, just put a notepad there, put a little sticky note on them.
well,
All right,
let's just segue into the guys that we're wanting to bet on. Man.
Right.
Let's go straight into it.
Here's what we've done, folks. Here's what we've done. Expect chaos, because some jabroni who's never played before is going to have 3 touchdowns. We just went position wise. We gave each one of us a position, and we're going to keep track of this, whether these dudes were fire flames or they were ice cubes. And then we're going to check back in during the halfway point and be like, if you're sucking, we got to make a move. We got to make a roster move. We'll take your pinstripes from you.
Yep.
So I'm going to go first. I'm quarterbacks, right? So I gave you 2 quarterbacks. Most people might want to play Herbert, but I'm going to tell you play Tua at 6,700. 17 of his 25 touchdowns last year on the road. Tua's playing at LA. Game 1, still all the concussion stuff, but hey, he's fresh now. The second one going to Texas game, to Texas Point, is Jordan Love. I'm just caught up in the preseason nonsense. 21 of 33, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Now, all of his receivers are fighting hamstring issues, so take that with a grain of salt. Javi was the wide receivers. So here's what he phoned in from his little mini vacation. He said Debo at Pittsburgh, 5,500. He said, you're not going to price Debo Samuel that low and me not playing. You know our rule.
Breach.
He said Zay Jones at Indianapolis. He goes, everybody's going to forget about Zay. Hey, you forgot about Zay? You forgot about Zay?
Oh, Zay, can you see?
Wasn't that a song? Forgot about Dre? Forgot about Zay because of Calvin Ridley. That's going to cost you 4,500. 5,100. Michael Thomas at Tennessee. Everybody's covering themselves in Olave oil. I don't know. That's not the right hand motion. That's not the right hand motion. He said he's healthy and he's got a new QB, Michael Thomas. So there's your wide receivers. Javi's stamping on his approval. Tex, you're up with the defenses next. Do you have the doc up?
No.
Okay, here's who you said.
But I know who I said.
Okay, you are who you thought you were.
I am who I thought I was. I was going with Jacksonville playing Indy defense.
On the road?
I just think that with the way that Jacksonville's playing at the end of the year last year, and with the questions around what's the actual offense going to look like in Indianapolis, I think that's going to be a little bit worse than what people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of potential, but nobody knows what it's actually going to look like and how it's actually going to work. So I just don't know.
Did you see the most
about
recent
Indy's
report
offense.
that Anthony Richardson was in the film room for 8 hours today on his off day?
Good for him.
I like that.
That doesn't
I'm
mean-
liking him more and more.
I like it, but it doesn't mean anything because he hasn't played.
And he's
and
inaccurate
his
with the football.
He's inaccurate with the football. I think there's going to be some picks thrown. That's what I think. I
Yes.
think he's going to be trying to do too much. There's going to be some picks thrown. So I just don't know. He's going to be trying to prove something, and is going to throw some picks.
Second one.
Second one. Well, I've got 3, and then plus one honorable mention. Baltimore D against Houston, who is an absolute dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Rookie QB.
Yep, rookie QB.
Now-
New coach, new system, new everything. So it's gonna be some growing pains there, and we all know that Baltimore's D is always good, always ball hawking.
At home.
Special
too.
teams is always good. So
They're the most expensive defense.
And you're gonna have. I mean, just think about how many field goals and extra points they're gonna kick. Now that they got their QB finally back to play a game, how hard he's going to be out there. The boys are ready to rally around and play for Lamar Jackson. He's back.
Most expensive defense, by the way.
Yep, most expensive. But if you got the room at 4,000, play him. And then Washington playing the Cards.
Gosh.
Because who's their quarterback?
Dude, Tune from Houston.
Dobbs.
Okay.
Is it Dobbs?
It does.
Josh
Nobody knows.
Dobbs.
See.
Tune or Dobbs?
See?
One of them.
Yep. Somebody. QB.
I don't know who they-
Johnny Holstaff. Johnny
Yeah.
Holstaff playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Johnny
so it's just not going to be.
As far as
I will
their
tell you,
depth
the
chart is
Cardinals'
Dobbs.
offense
Yeah. I don't know.
is going to have the lowest ownership.
Yeah, there is going to be. I mean,
Yes.
really, I don't know how they're going to get any yards. I think it's just going to be.
Yeah,
a good,
and
like,
dude,
as
I
far as
think
value.
Marquise
they're- I
Brown
think
just
they're like
got
a
hurt
28
too.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he hurt his
Dude,
neck
at
or
20
something.
At 2,800,
Yeah.
the Commanders' defense might be 20%
best value.
ownership.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge, huge value there, huge value. And then the Vikings
Yes.
was my honorable mention, just because they're playing Tampa Bay, who's got Baker Mayfield, who might go off. I don't know, but
Ooh,
I just think-
he's backstepping.
I just don't know. I just don't know what the Tampa Bay offense is going to look like with a short signed Baker Mayfield. Yeah, he had the one game against when he played for the Rams.
When he played
But-
who?
I don't even remember.
The Broncos.
Broncos, yeah, somebody I
Yeah.
don't know, but had the one game he came in and won on a short week, and whatever. But I just don't
He
know.
flew in that
who-
day, didn't he?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like that week.
He
Yeah.
flew in that day or something.
But
or
they
the day
I
before.
mean, yeah. But I think the Vikings would be an honorable mention pick there for defense, special teams
It's going to be a fun
at
week
home.
because we got new rookie safety and new rookie outside linebacker.
But you have a top 5 quarterback that will cover all that up, right?
Hope
And
that's what he's done
and
for the past 3
He's
years.
guaranteed not to get hurt.
Game 1.
Did you watch quarterback?
I did watch quarterback.
Okay, was he hurt?
Or was he injured?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Did
He
you watch
is like-
quarterback?
The most
Did you see how much pain he was in all
human
year?
being.
So he was hurt. He wasn't injured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
played hurt all year.
everybody plays hurt in the NFL,
So-
especially if you're a quarterback.
Especially
Just
Jalen
saying.
Hurts.
He got away with some stuff right there.
All right, Butch B, running backs. I see you got one there.
All right. So I don't have any faith in the Carolina Panthers this year.
Tell us how you really feel.
And I think Bijan Mustard is going to lather himself
Mhm.
all through that defense.
Like a nice bratwurst.
He's going to rival Mayo guy on game day.
Yes, dude. Bijan Robinson, Texas is only back through him in the NFL.
Nice
And-
try. Gonna see how back they are this weekend.
And they drafted them high. They're going to use them. They're not that strong at quarterback and throwing, but they will be able to pass a lot here. He goes for $120 and 2 tuds, 8K.
Ooh, proclaiming. That's expensive for a rookie running back at 8K too.
Oh,
It is. It is super expensive, but I do believe with the matchup, he can have a great opening debut in the NFL.
All right,
you keep
Dylon, tight ends.
Do they believe? You keep
tight ends, Dylon.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the matchup because I know that we just talked about Houston is in shambles. Okay, I believe that Dalton Schultz is going to be a clutch player for CJ Stroud. One, because he's a veteran. And I have a feeling that CJ Stroud is about to get 4 quarters of NFL pass rush that he's just going to be dumping the ball off. So you're going to be sealing these tight end peel outs.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go and proclaim that there will be somewhere between 9 and 11 pass attempts towards Dalton Schultz.
Whoa.
They just brought him over from the Cowboys. They paid him. So, I'm right there with you.
He's used
for sure they're going to
interception.
use him.
And at 4,600, he's a mid-range price. So it's I think that I don't believe that there's any chance that Baltimore loses that game to Houston. But from a DFS perspective, I think that Dalton Schultz is going to rack up the PPR points.
I wrote it down.
A young QB best friend is the tight end. We've said it on the show a million times. Any other players?
And then I'm not doing this because I'm biased. I'm doing it because
top 5 quarterback.
He can have a big game. He can.
Hawkinson is playing the worst team at defending tight ends. And he just got paid. And it is a home first opening game of he just got paid. This is his new team. This is his new home. Opening day, and he's playing the worst defense in the NFL against tight ends.
So you got to pay up for him, though.
You do, I think he's like 5,906, right at 6,000. So he's one of the top 3 highest paid. But
he's also a tight end that can drop 40 points.
Yes, he can.
He did it last year several times. So I mean, he's a good play.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Sunday night game? Just quickly, real quick. Giants, Cowboys.
Dude, that's going to be a dog game. Like
they
always are.
That they're opening up like that.
Yep. Every player on that game should have D's on their chest.
That's going to be a dog game.
Everybody's going to be dog.
That is.
And we don't mean Dallas. We mean dogs.
Should I be worried that the line keeps moving for the Niners game? It's moving closer to 1. It was at 2.5. Now it's at 2. Everybody's betting the Steelers. Everybody in America is betting the Steelers.
It's because Kenny Pickett looked so good during preseason.
He
did. He did look good.
Yeah, but really hey, you just paid Bosa.
Dude, I got a note on that. The Niners are paying 10 guys $224 million out of their $240 million salary cap.
Wow.
All in.
They're going to start playing both ways. They're going to play both ways.
They're not going to have to worry about roster cuts in training camp.
Oh.
Anyways, and then also shout out my godson. Tex, tell the people. Tell him.
So we're going to be my flag football team this year. It's going to be the 49ers. Yes. So I'm going to wear every Sunday Niners t-shirt for most of the day to the games while football is being played on TV. And it's going to be very rough for me.
Awesome.
That's adorable.
Shout out to what he said too. Our family's huge football fans. He said he likes to be he wants to be everybody's team in the family.
Yep. So he was the Bills. Cool. He's been the Cowboys. We were the Jags. So all we got to do is but Jags are my second team, so all I got to do is wrap it up and be the Steelers at some point. But we're going to be the 49ers this year, and we're going to see if we can make it to if we win the Super Bowl this year, it'll be the first Super Bowl the Niners have won since 1995.
And on that, we segue into the segment. You love it. You know it. Let's do it, boys. Everybody, shh.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare you? This segment's brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. You can see it right on my hat. Promo code GOATS. Spend $60, get free shipping, 10% off your order at checkout. Really Neat Outfitters. Our passions, our family, salt air and smiles. Coastal flair and Carolina roots make our designs as original as every single lineup we're going to make tomorrow night. I don't know how many I'm going to make. I don't know how many you're going to make, but we are going to make love to these lineups passionately. It's going to be fantastic. I also forgot to mention Bosa did sign, so I think he signed for like $170 million or something. But he's in the best shape of his life. That was in the report too. All right, how dare yous? Tex, you want to go first? You want me to go first? I'm ready.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
How dare you, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, putting the band and all the Texas fans, the most popular team in the country, up in the top row, the top levels of Bryant-Denny Stadium. That piece of junk stadium can't even hold the weight of all the Bevos on the
Hey, the gravity. The gravity
of the situation is just too much for that top level. How dare you put them all up there thinking that, oh yeah, we're gonna get them back. We're gonna get some payback. Ugh. How dare you?
Oh, beautiful. All right, Dallon, you got one?
I do. I'm going to go with, let's get political. So I have a daughter that is a freshman in high school.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, welcome to that world. So she had her first experience of going to use the bathroom today, and as she walks in, a boy walks out of the girls' bathroom. I was like, well, and I'm not gonna,
was he pooping?
We're not gonna go into stances on whatever. But I said, hey, did you let anybody know? And she's like, well, I asked my teacher, and they just kind of shrugged it off. So how dare you, public school system, for not knowing how to address this new issue that is coming up, to where my 14-year-old daughter has to go into the bathroom with dudes, biological males.
Yeah, I don't think that's the manual response to that. That's not in the manual of how.
I don't think that they have this written out. So right now we are living through this phase, and I don't know the right thing to say. Yeah. So that I found that out like all of an hour ago, and I'm still digesting how to spin this. So how dare you, school system, for not having this figured out?
Okay. My how dare you goes out to the SEC. How
for
dare
putting
you,
Texas up in the top level of Bryant-Denny Stadium?
How dare you bunch of frauds
in the top
level of frauds.
Stadium.
You tout how you're the best conference. Did you look at your week one? Did you look at your week one schedule? You played 4 Power 5 schools. You lost 3. You won 1 against Virginia, who everybody knows what Virginia dealt with last year. The average loss was by 16 points. The Tigers of LSU got smoked. Who was it? I forget even who. South Carolina got smoked by UNC. And then there was one more that got absolutely embarrassed as well. You scumbags sit up there and it just means more, and we need 2 teams in the playoffs, and you go out there in your week 1 games and you get blown out. And Vandy is leading the SEC East, and they might get to 3-0.
I
You
love it.
frauds.
Oh, I
You
love
bunch
it.
of frauds, and then you put up a headline bashing the ACC for they had a rough week. Absolutely fraudulent. How dare you? And also, how dare you to Starbucks for making me read off the Apple Crunch Skinny Mocha Latte every time I want to order a coffee from Starbucks. Just put numbers beside those drinks' names. Just put numbers beside them.
I
so
agree.
Just say,
I agree.
Give me
Do
a
it
number
some-
2.
Do it
Give me a
Subway.
number
Today. I
2.
ordered the number 23 today. The spicy Italiano. That thing
Oh,
was delicious. Number 23.
Just put a number, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Don't make me go
I
up
like
there
it.
and order the. Can I get a fresh whipped caramel macchiato on ice with almond milk and coconut flakes? I don't want to say all that. Just give me a number 3. All right, Butch, go ahead. I'm done.
I want to how dare Delta for changing my flight
Mm.
on their own from a simple one connect flight to a double connecting flight
No.
and long layovers. So now what was
no.
going to take me 8 hours to get home is going to take me 14 or 15 hours.
I feel like that was a dig at Alabama for making Texas have to go up 2 flights of stairs connecting
Hey,
from where their
and
normal seats are.
that is the same thing that Texas did to Alabama last year when they
At
played.
your wedding.
I know.
Remember that?
So they're returning the favor.
They are. First off.
Come on.
First
Tell the
off.
whole story.
I didn't know
Y'all did
that.
it- You did it first.
First
Oh,
off.
you didn't read the
First off.
article, AK?
First off.
Come on.
First off.
To get back
First
at 'em.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What
petty.
they did.
It's petty.
What?
It's petty.
It's the game within the game.
No, it's
Dude, I
not.
love
It's,
that.
It's the
It
fact
is.
That, it's the fact that Texas has sold out season tickets for the last 75 years. And sorry, the band doesn't get to sit in the bottom. Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
it just means
Hey.
more. It just
Hey.
means more stairs.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Alabama sells
Hey.
out most
Hey.
of their games for
Hey.
the past decade,
Hey.
too.
Sorry.
Oh,
That
man.
was the how dare yous. We got a little college football big 3, the don't sleep on
Oh.
them game. Don't sleep on them game. JMU versus Virginia.
No,
Do not sleep on JMU in the Sun Belt. Don't do it.
don't sleep on. I'm going to put Notre Dame on upset alert right now.
Woo,
Really?
What?
Ooh,
NC State might.
I got them on my list.
Mm.
I'm so glad NC State's going to
Okay.
come out. Yeah, there's that dog right there.
Let's
Are they
go.
playing at home? Is NC State playing? At,
Yes.
Playing at home.
Ooh.
What is that? Carter
Riley's
Carter
gonna be
Finley?
banging.
Carter Finley?
And then Javi.
Yep.
something like that.
don't
Yeah.
Javi's don't sleep on them game. The Tar Heels. Don't sleep on
That
App
is
State.
Dylon's don't sleep on them game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's yours.
What-
App State UNC.
Yeah.
Revenge.
What happened the last time that a team was ranked number 17?
And he got hit with
TC
McLagger.
Yeah. Why you gonna lag me on? Yeah.
Come on, dude.
TCU was ranked 17 last week. I'm gonna say 17 is gonna be the dirty spot this year. You're
Ooh,
in
and
17.
Colorado is from the mountains, black and gold.
Oh.
I'm gonna give you upset alert. Upset alert for at least 4 schools. Notre Dame number
Okay.
1. Okay. Upset alert for them. Tulane, Ole Miss. Upset alert.
Ooh.
Oh, Tulane did look good. last
Miami,
week.
Texas A&M.
Yes.
Moving any needles for anybody?
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah.
SMU,
Yeah, I'm on
SMU, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Now I think that
Yes.
that is gonna be the show out. Yep.
Yep. And I got
You
another game.
You think Schmoove's got something for Oklahoma?
Yes.
Oh, ACC.
Okay.
ACC.
They got the SMU's quarterback. He's something else, dude.
All right. I'll pay attention. I hadn't watched him yet, so.
ACC versus SEC, the showdown there. I got 2 more for you. Game with that dog in it. UCLA at a former playoff model of ours, San Diego State, who's 2-0. UCLA did not look that good against Coastal. San Diego State might get to 3-0. And then my playoff model
Is
jump.
Coastal the best South Carolina team right now?
Oh, that was the other thing. South Carolina went 0-3 in FBS last week, 2-9 as the state. The only two teams to win at Division I level in South Carolina, Furman and Charleston Southern. Every other team in South Carolina Division I lost. South Carolina hot seat football.
Ooh.
And then Vandy.
It's because Darius Rucker is from South Carolina. And he keeps covering everybody else's songs.
He was up there at College Game Day. He's the only guy that picked Duke. And I said, who'd he steal that pick from? So I commented on the post. I said, who gave him that pick? Vandy at Wake.
Well, he's a Gamecock, so he's true. He got it by default because he's a Gamecock.
Yes.
fan. Yeah.
He could not pick Clemson.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, Vandy gets 3-0. Hey boys, we're on the Vandy wagon.
Oh, for sure.
At this rate, South Carolina is going to have to succeed from the NCAA.
They relegate them. Let's go freaking
Jefferson Davis, baby.
Any other games that stuck out?
The Bama and Texas game is the one to watch this week. I think everybody that anybody is listening to it, that's going to be the game to watch.
The reason why I didn't make that,
I think it's going to be a good game. I think that Quinn, I hope that he goes off and it's a shootout, but I'm worried that Bama is going to absolutely shut him out.
Ooh!
I just want to let everybody know. The reason why I didn't make that an upset alert is because it won't be an upset whenever Texas wins. I expect them to win, so it won't be any kind of upset if it happens. Okay?
You really expect them to win? I mean,
they should have won last year.
That's last year.
Wow.
Yeah, Alabama got worse.
Okay. And then other relevant sports news. Travis Hunter update. Guy from Colorado, Heisman hopeful. Hunter says his favorite NFL team is the 49ers.
No, I'm sure he did.
Well, good, because he's going to have to play both sides because by the time he enters the draft, you ain't going to have any cap space.
He's going to be yeah, you're right. He's going to be the perfect fit for them, playing both ways.
Any other, we got to get that college list out of games to watch out for. So everybody send me those. Anything else on college football, the NFL, the first DraftKings big weekend for us? We took last week off. I mean, we're back.
We're back.
Can't wait till we come back and say we're winning the Millie going into Monday night.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to let it die yet. The Irish Open is this week.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
DP World Tour.
Let's go, baby. Man, I love that Vanderbilt's leading the SEC. It's fantastic.
Right. Let's hit it.
All right. The also Big Game Boomer's in trouble, boys. They're in trouble. He put up a tweet the other day that he might hang it up because of social media. Don't do it, Big Game Boomer. We love your list. We love your lists.
Too much hate.
Even though if App State or one of our teams doesn't make it, it's null and void. All right. Inter Squad DraftKings Jamboree's firing up. We're going to update each week on that. We got to figure out what we're going to do for the winner or the loser of football season that we actually follow through on. I have to shave my head still. That'll come eventually. Recommend our show to a friend. We're going to keep diving into football. We're going to do a recap show on Sunday or Monday. I may not be on it, but don't forget to tell your friends, your family, everybody. Follow us on Twitter, at Millie Goats, Instagram, The Millie Goats, YouTube, Rumble, The Millie Goats, website, blog, themillieghosts.godaddysites.com, the apparel, where you can find all of our sweet gag shirts? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever
novelty
they're
shirts.
Yep.
Like
so
novelty.
www. There you go. www.raeo.live. Subscribe to the show. Leave us a rating. Leave us a review. Helps us out a lot. Like the videos. Hey, come on the show. We might do a mailbag one day called Maily Goats. Hey, good luck on your lineups. Good luck on your fantasy stuff. Good luck with football. We love you. Download the song whenever we release it on iTunes.
Football's back.